let's talk about Emma. So, during the first round of accusations against Brian, Emma came out and said that he had mentally and emotionally abused her during an online relationship that they had had. She then got a load of grief from the Brian supporters because they were saying that she was lying, she was making it all up, and that she'd betrayed him because they were friends previously. And she was getting a load of grief from the anti-Brian group because they were saying that she was minimizing their abuse because she was in a different country to him, so they never had any physical contact with one another. She then sent Brian a message apologizing for what she had done and saying that she didn't believe any of the abuse accusations. And Brian loves replaying this clip.
Come out and say that they were a victim of this, and so can I.
Obviously, I don't believe any of that stuff that everyone is saying.
I am really sorry I did that to you. You have to know that. And I'm sorry if you're heartbroken and you don't trust me, but I need people to think that I'm siding with them on this.
She then left the app for a while to take care of her mental health. She was gone for a few months, and then when she came back, she said that her channel was going to be about how she'd reconnected with her religion, it was going to be about her music and her singing, and that she didn't want any part of the drama. Brian started saying both publicly and privately that she shouldn't have come back, she should have stayed gone, and she's just going to start drama again. Then Emma started making videos that were similar to the content that she used to post about men's rights. Brian went on a live and said that she was harmful and dangerous and that she shouldn't be making videos like that because she had falsely accused him in the past. Emma was pretty pissed that he was trying to tell her what she could and could not post, especially considering she'd already apologized a number of times and taken accountability for her actions. And then this back and forth started between them where she was making videos about him and he was talking shit about her on his lives. Now, I had been friends with Emma since she came back to the app because I could see that she was trying to be a better person, and I had been there. I had experienced that same mental headspace that she was in at the time, and I wanted to be able to help her stay on the right track. Brian knew from day one that I was friends with her, and I'd explained to him a few times why that was, and he was always, fine with it. He wasn't happy, but he understood that I was an empathetic person and that I was trying to be helpful. Or at least he was fine with it until, I don't know, something happened and he decided he wasn't going to be okay with it anymore. Now that this second round of people are coming out and calling Brian an abuser, and now that Emma has had time to get her head straight, she realizes that actually she was right in the first place. He was emotionally and mentally abusing her, and then he gaslit her and intimidated her into believing that she was a liar and apologizing for something that she should never have apologized for in the first place. Couple of extra pieces of information that you should know. I hold my friends accountable when they are acting like dickheads. I think it's important to do that. And I had always had that kind of relationship with Brian. Anytime he did something or said something stupid or deliberately harmful, I told him so, and he was always really receptive to that. And I had done the same thing with Emma as well. Anytime that she'd retaliated to something that he'd said or she'd gotten emotional about something, I would go to her and say, come on, you're better than this. And more often than not, she'd say, you know what, you're right, I acted emotionally and I'll fix it. The other thing you should know is that Brian consistently calls Emma an abuser. Over and over again, he says that she is abusing him by making these videos about him and by talking to people who dislike him and who also think he is an abuser. But as I mentioned before, this is not one-sided. She's not making loads of videos about him and he's just trying to ignore it and get on with his life. That's not what's happening. He is constantly talking about her, calling her crazy, calling her a psychopath. He did a podcast with someone where he spent over an hour ridiculing her and her religious beliefs. And I put it to you that if what she is doing can be considered abuse, what he is doing is also abusive. And from what I've recently learned about him, I also believe that he was abusive to her in private when she originally said that he was abusive. Now, I include this information in the video you're about to see, but this argument started because Jaxie Flash had left a threat on somebody's Instagram directed at me mentioning Emma. I made a TikTok essentially making fun of it, and I tagged Emma asking her if she knew what it was about since her name was included in it. Emma responded that she had no idea what it was, and then Brian replied to that comment saying, "Oh look, it's my abuser." I deleted his comment and then went to Snapchat to tell him in the nicest way possible that he was being an asshole. And this is what happened next.
Here's the thing, Brian. See, you keep saying, I wish she would just leave me alone. And then you go and call her an abuser on a post where I tagged her, okay? I invited her into that comment section to comment, and then you started a fight. You are the shit stirrer in this situation, okay? That's why I deleted your comment. And then I deleted hers when she responded as well, because I'm not having it in my videos, okay? I can be friends with both of you, because I believe that you both believe what you believe to be true. But, yeah, I'm not tolerating any of that, sorry.
She does a video every other day. She does a video every other day. Leave me the fuck alone, that's all I ask. And she's continuing. She just stitched Charles. She's friends. She just literally, her and Natalie are friends now. So, yeah, that's going to be fun for me. And she still does it. And guess what? I'm going to fucking comment that on any post I see where she's commenting until she fucking stops. Or I'm going to block you. Like, I'm fucking pissed. I am not the fucking shit starter. Tell her to quit making fucking videos. And you know what? Like, you wouldn't fucking sit there and let her re-abuse me fucking over and over and over again. And if you maybe would have stood up for me, like, Jesus. No. Yeah. About, I would say, every other day she makes a goddamn video in reference to me. Or, you know, as in Charlie's and Natalie's comments, you know, plotting, stirring up more rumors, finding ways to try to harm me. And you're just fucking okay with it. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm a little pissed.
Yeah, I'm obviously not okay with it, and I do tell her every time to stop it and to leave it alone, okay? I do. It's not like I'm just like, oh yeah, no, that's fine, you carry on doing what you do. Like, I do stand up to her, and you know I do. It's just that I'm a person who does it privately instead of, like, in public, because we all know where that gets everybody. I'm just saying, in this particular incident, it had nothing to do with the beef going on between you two, okay? And you keep going, I don't care what she does, I don't want anything to do with her, I just wanted to leave me alone. And then you were the one who started the argument. So, like, do you want her to leave you alone or not? Because, I mean, that's what it comes down to. If you do, stop antagonizing her and just leave her be, and she'll burn out on her own.
Okay, and guess what? Your little method's not working, and the fact that you're even friendly with her at this point, with the level of abuse, is insane to me. And you know what? You obviously haven't. I mean, she continued to make the videos. So what? At what point are you just like, do you private message her every video she makes of me, or do you just ignore it and just let her continue? And now she's all buddies with Charlie and Natalie and Jackie, and you know, and just causing more fucking harm. And I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. Okay, this woman has... I was nothing but nice to Emma. Nothing but nice. And a good friend to her.
You know, you keep saying that she's making videos about you every other day, but she doesn't put your name in any of those videos. And most of them are about bigger picture stuff. It's not all about you. I think you just see it that way because you hate her so much and you assume that it's all about you, when sometimes it's not.
Now you're gaslighting me, okay? Maybe every other day was exaggeration. Alright, but we goddamn know, like, yeah, she makes quite a few still. How many have I made of her? None. Literally, like, I've made none.
I'm not gaslighting you, okay? I get that sometimes she, like, insinuates, she infers, she talks about things that, you know, she's previously said were between you and her, but she never says your name. And it's always, it turns into a broader statement about society in general or something, okay? And she never called you a predator. that I went back and checked a couple of times, because every time you said it, I thought, I don't remember her actually using your name, and she doesn't. She makes a general video about there being predators in the MRA community, but she never says your name. When I asked her about it, because I was like, maybe she took that video down and put up a different one, she was like, no, I did that deliberately, because I knew that it would drive him crazy. But she didn't actually say your name in that video. She did not publicly call you a predator. But you called her one several times. In fact, every time you're on a live, you're having a go at her. Even though you keep saying, I don't want anything else to do with her, you never stop talking about her. So you're just as bad as she is.
Yeah, so she stopped saying it when Lizzie actually stood up for me and said, don't say his fucking name. Finally said that. Then she started insinuating. Just as bad as she is. No. I'm talking about her because she continues to keep making videos over and over, and I want it to stop. I'm not making videos. And I never fucking abused her to begin with. Yeah, but she's making the videos talking about me, tagging like Natalie and Charlie too. Don't forget that. All right? People trying to destroy my life.
If you claim to be a good person and a person full of integrity, yet you go and do for example, a 2-hour video degrading a woman, you're not exactly a good person.
Yeah, I tagged her in that video because her name was brought into it. Okay, so she had every right to see that people were talking about her. That's why I tagged her in the video. That didn't even have anything to do with you. It was about me and Emma, apparently. So it's not like I was inviting her in to, like, start an argument with you. But, like, I mean, can't you see how childish this is? That you're like, oh, I'm not making any videos. She's the one making the videos. That's why I keep talking about her. How do you even know that she's talking to Natalie and Charlie and that? It's because you're still watching, you're still looking, you're still following everything that she's doing. If you really didn't care about her, if you really didn't want to hear anything from her or about her ever again, you would just block her and leave it alone. You're perpetuating it as much as she is. You have to take some responsibility for that.
And this whole thing started back up when she was trolling me. Not trolling me, but like in my comments as a troll account or whatever, throwaway. And then in other people's comments as a throwaway, saying things like I'm a predator. And I didn't say anything even then. I happened to be doing a live with someone, and we were talking about, that video that Emma did that someone stole and it went super viral and whatnot. And I kind of gave my opinion. I said, hey, she shouldn't be talking about men's rights. She doesn't know. She's harmful. And she is harmful. I always think about a 13-year-old boy and what they're hearing, and she's absolutely harmful. Nevertheless, she hops in, so she's watching. And then she gets so pissed off that I told her that she has continued to harass me to this day. She talked to Tammy before this kind of stuff happened, though, and she was like, I don't understand why he is friends with you, but he won't be friends with me. That kind of thing, right? Because obviously Tammy didn't falsely accuse me of, being a direct victim of mine, right? She's an abusive person who is continuing to do it and is escalating it to a degree for me that is going to be potentially, have legal ramifications with Natalie in the case. I am getting rid of the people in my life right now who can't even muster the strength to say, can you not do this to Brian? Can you not continue to threaten, bully, harass, abuse? You are enabling my abuser, Emma, by being mutuals with her and friends with her, letting her know or think that this is okay, is almost complicit. Anyways, I just wanted to say one last thing about Emma. So Emma and Luna are now mutuals with Charles and Natalie and Jackie and Eve. Anyways, she has been in every video that Charles has done and Natalie has done. She has said things like, he actually gaslit me into thinking that what I did was worse than what he actually did. Like, shit like that. That's not the only lie Emma is telling too. Like, in these other comment sections all the time. So she makes these videos that you say are fine because they don't have my name, and then you see Natalie and Charles and commenting, laughing, and yada yada yada. Yeah, it's not fine.
You know, I do care about your mental health. I also care about her mental health. And I've defended you to her, and I've defended her to you. Okay? I was not picking sides. I was treating you both equally. Okay? Because I feel that she genuinely believes that you have abused her in some way. And you obviously believe that she's abusing you. And as I have said a million times over and over again, I don't know the truth of any situation because I was not there. I can only observe what is happening in front of me, and I can know what people are saying to me in front of me. Okay, but I can't make a judgment call about things that happen in private or about the way the feelings get hurt. I don't know that shit. This has been my hard line through everything. I will not make a judgment call on something that I do not know 100% the facts about. I was not taking sides. You have forced me to take a side because you said it's me or her. She never did that.